Yo, what's up, YouTubers? On today's episode, we got a chunky cow came out of the neighbor's front yard. I'm not sure what piece it was, but we're cooking it. It is a chunky cow, and we are cooking it. So I just got off the phone with a state representative. Did some kind of House bill, blah, blah, whatever. They send me these things or whatever. It's got the old boy's phone number. If it's a link or something, I don't click on it. We're sitting over here. We got about an hour and a half before we roll over and pick up this load. We'll take something over to Indiana, some food. Or we cook some food. Get this started anyway. Get it seared on both sides and cut the fire to it. We threw it in on this side. Then we've had it on this other side for just a minute or 7. Oh, there it is. See, that's what you want right there, where it's just seared like that. That makes it so good. It really does. And then you got to figure out which way your truck's leaning. Did I get any of that? So that's the way you want it right there. I don't know if I filmed that or not. Man, that right there, you can chew on that. And this bone right here, you'll put that in your pot tomorrow when you make your coffee. Throw your bone in there while you're making your coffee. And then the coffee grounds don't gross you out because it's that little bit of marrow that's in there. It's real good. You make your morning coffee. Just do you a shortcut. Use that water, that Bombette deal. But I have all your fat and your gristle and stuff, and your turmeric and all that. Your salt, pepper, sea salt, yada yada. Once you do that, pour that in your shortcut. See that green cup over there? I'll just make a little video cup. Pour that in the cup, go in there, hit it with some truck stop, high octane, just enough to get it kind of loosened up, and just do it like a shot. I'll give me a shot of that, and that'll be breakfast tomorrow. I may or may not cook an egg, I don't know, but this here, I'm just gonna get this to sear. Once this is seared properly to my taste, I'm gonna turn it off, put it in the cabinet, eat after a while. I got to go yonder. I give it time to rest there, make a little juice, but then when I heat it up the next time, bring it up to heat to bring it up to temperature for the purposes of table. That'll give it time where that'll level out the middle. See, a lot of them people, like we went to this real fancy restaurant for the anniversary that Hannah's on the square. And that older guy there, I think I made him mad because I told him, I said, man, if you ate some of the steaks I cooked in the truck, you'd hire me to work here. Because your rack of lamb is, it's raw. It's not seared on the outside, and it's raw in the middle. So, that's not good. I told him, I said, man, if I had a hot, it was sliced up too. Like all the guy had to do is just throw it down, count to 5, flip it on a grill for like cooking cheeseburgers. And it would have been fantastic, but no, it was not. So we paid $160. I think I left a $30 tip or something. But it was an anniversary, you know what I mean? You gotta do those kind of things. And then just a little bit ago, we just hired the expungement lawyer, so we will be packing heat pretty soon. They said it could take up to 18 months to get a pardon. The other guy said he could do it in within 7 months, but he said $7,000. This lady said $8,000 or $2,500, and then $1,000 per county for expungement, and all I got to do is get the pardon. I don't have to expunge nothing. The expungement would come for business purposes, which I could do that later. But let's just get it legal to pack the pistole. And she's supposed to be real good at pardons, but she didn't know that you could. She thought it was illegal to carry in a truck, but she hadn't checked on it years and years. Years and years ago, I guess her husband was a truck driver, and he was upset that he couldn't carry. So I guess They just specialize in the expungement at that office. It's hard to keep up with all the laws of the land, especially when they change so much. I don't know why I keep putting this thing on them. Look at all this good cooking. See, look at that. That sucker is that thick. It's thick as the tines on that fork. I can't do it with my other hand. That's a thick sucker. Yeah, she's doing. She's seared. Oh yeah, she's every bit of an inch thick. I put that scoop of that curry gold butter in there. They get that little end of it seared pretty good. See, it's got that little fat right there. That's that low fat. That's that Chinese burger. Oh, this cow's name was Low Fat. Well, that is a blob of fat inside there. I'm gonna set that down and cut it. Oh yeah, we got her cut. There we go. There we go. Put that big meat on top of that little, yeah, sizzles in that butter. That's the good stuff right there. It's not really that hot, and the all that steam you're seeing is because the air conditioner's on. I probably do have a little bit too high though. Tomorrow when I heat my water for my coffee, I'll pour that in my coffee cup with the hot water. I'll probably do it as a shot and then get a cup of coffee from the store. Hey, you talk about a good way to start your day. It'll just, I mean, carry you all the way to lunch like you wouldn't believe. If you've never had the olive oil, man, and that's good too. That's a little bit of butter. I'm gonna do that stuff. I might sop that up with a piece of bread. I got some bread. I got this good oat nut. It's here, and it was pretty good because it's 21. You know what I mean? So 4 slices would be 84 carbs, which is a little higher than I want to be for the day, but it's still pretty good. And then where's our calorie count on this deal? I don't even hardly count the calories. 120, so that'd be 480 on that deal too. So 480 for 4 slices. You figure, your cheese. I got this deal over here. I made some, I've been doing a lot of picnic table lately. So I get this here, and I made 2 sandwiches yesterday, and I had 2 sandwiches today. So 2 sandwiches for dinner, 2 sandwiches for lunch. I did the roast beef, and then I've been getting the bottled water. And I use my, I got to go get another gallon. I'm almost out. And I left the other at the house. So I end up coming out here on the road, and I gather up all this stuff for living in the parking lot. And when I go home, I'll leave it there. I'll take everything out, and then I'll start accumulating stuff again. I've done that about 6 times. And then I placed it, and this time I actually brought stuff back. So like this time, I came back with the stair stepper with the extreme heat of Mexico coming in. This time of year, it ain't nothing to be 115, 120 degrees, and you could actually get pneumonia being in like 68, 70 degree air conditioned driving all day, and you get out that heat and you get back in, that fluctuation it's just as bad as wintertime fluctuation coming in and out of the heat and cold. So I want to be able to get my steps in the truck. And that thing right there, man, that's a thigh target type of thing, so that's real good. And then that's for them Ziplocs, right? Starting in on the starting back on the books again. And it's that season. I think I'll go probably till about the 4th of July before I do another carb thing. So this go around, this cycle is not zero carb in workout. This cycle is going to be keep it under 100 carbs a day, and then definitely chunk of meat every day. I got 2 more pounds of ground. That's a pound and a quarter, just one chunk. So that's probably seared by now too. We're gonna go ahead and cut that off because I'll be driving here in about 30 minutes. So give that 30 minutes to cool down. Then I'll stick her in the cabinet, and whatever, I'll just eat till I'm full, and then in the morning I might sop that juice up tonight. I don't know. I might probably just make my coffee in the morning, like I said, and do my 6-pack of eggs there. Those 18 eggs, they'll get you for 3 days, and that's real good. And they seem to be better for me in my system. Over easy is probably the best. I've seen the soft scramble, I've seen the hard boils and all that kind of stuff. If you're at the truck stop, gas station, whatever, I mean, you got water, coffee, and boiled eggs. That's all you can get. Everything else is garbage. I do not recommend any of it. Still on this, not got this knocked out. They ain't got no watercress in it no more. Pretty upset about that. And then the carbs on this, 9 grams, which ain't nothing. It says 6 servings. That's about right, because I had it twice. I'm gonna have it about one more time. So yeah, that's pretty good. And the 45 calories, that ain't bad. But I mean, back when I was roofing, I used to drink one of these things at lunch. I had 2 sandwiches and a quart of V8, and I'd take 2 Gatorade or Powerade, whichever I had, and then 2 of the empty bottles. I'd fill them up with water, put them in the freezer, and freeze them, and that was my ice pack to keep my lunchbox cold. Now my lunchbox it's got device on the back of a little air conditioner unit. And I moved my bar back here now instead of up there. I had it up there, but I don't get in and out of that every day. I think riding right here, I'm gonna get more use out of it, because I mean, it's in my face, you know what I mean? So for your discipline and stuff like that, you want to set yourself up to win. So is that a kind of a pain in the neck having it there? Sure, yeah, that's totally a pain in the neck. But I'm gonna see it every day, you know what I mean? So every time I get back here and sit down, I can pick up just the bar and do some workouts, or I can put them 25s on it and do some workouts. Oh, and then I forgot the little squeezy deal that holds it on there. So I got to get more, I need to get some more weight, move up. And then I watched a guy that was talking about the negative. So like you lift up and then you release it back out. But this guy, he said he's training an old boy and he was 289. And he had to do, for his job or whatever, he had to be able to do 3 or 4 pull-ups. So he got him on the bar. He couldn't do it. Then he got up there, stand on something, and hopped off and just fell like a sack of potatoes. So this dude and his other guy got him to grab a hold of that bar, and they eased him down by holding his legs. And they did that for a week, and this dude could do 3 pull-ups after a week. And he was talking about it's the negative that builds. So if you ain't got a lot of time, take your time on the negative with your weights. That's the weight, and the eating, and the system I'm going to do right now. I did 2.5 3.5 miles last night, walking to get sandwich. So that was real good. And then I noticed I was wearing them sandals, so I had to put I had to go with these shoes, because those sandals right there, they're too hard. And it was jarring my head. Like I started getting a little bit of a headache. I was like, what's the deal? And then it dawned on me, because those other ones, them Skechers I was wearing, they were made for running, so them suckers are real squishy. Those other ones, that's just like, you know, walking just barefoot. No support at all. And I remember when I was a kid, I was getting in shape, I took off running. I'd get home, boy, I'd have a bad headache. And then it was probably about a week of running before I realized it was because I was running in combat boots on the dirt road, and it was jarring my brain around, because my head's so big around. I guess my brain's smaller than the hole in my head, so it bounces a little bit. And it was that kind of headache. At first I thought, well, maybe it's because I haven't had, you know, because I drink coffee all day long, and I haven't been doing that lately. I thought, well, maybe it's that lack of coffee giving me a headache, but it wasn't. It was the bouncing around. So that's the thing. You know what I mean? You know, maintain your body. If you're jogging to the point you get a headache, you might want to get in the grass instead of the sidewalk. You know what I mean? What's that doing to the rest of the impact of all your joints and stuff? You know what I mean? You don't want to max out. Even when I mow my yard, you know what I mean? I got that zero turn, and them transmissions heat up. You know, you can't just run wide open and turn 90 degrees all the time. But take a, you know, full swath with a, you know, 2-inch cut. You want to kind of work it out. You know, maybe raise it up to 3.5. You know what I mean? Maybe just do like half the front yard and park it. Do some weed eating. Get back on it, finish the front yard. Finish the weed eating, hit the backyard. Do some weed eating, hit the corral. Whatever, you know what I mean? And then raise it up where it's a little easier on it and stuff like that. That lawnmower lasts a long time like that. You just run that sucker wide open every day. It's a lot more wear and tear. So if we're gonna, you know, try to take care of a zero turn radius, you know what I mean? We're gonna try to take care of the old truck, you know, see if we get 1 million miles out of it. Might as well take care of the old carcass. See if we can get 120 years out of it. Well, this is a brand new Love's up here in Wichita, Kansas. And I got to go over to Ark City and grab that load and take it over to Indianapolis. So that'll be a good run. However, right now, it's all about the meat. So, let's see how she's doing. Did we get any sear? Not really. Not really. Did not really sear it at all. Seriously cooking. Got that bone cooked pretty good. That pulls some of that bone broth out. And see, I'm just going to make sure it's leaning down. Keep that juice over that. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Well, I want to take a bite out of it. Should we take a bite out of it? Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good. Heck, that's dinner, that's breakfast. Oh man. That's done just right. I can stab at that. Take a piece of it, just kind of dip it over here. I took about an inch of a stick of butter through it there. So that's what that is. Can we feel on it? It's got that triple plate bottom. You get these, make sure it's got the triple bottom. It holds heat for a little bit, but it ain't too bad. You can cook a steak in 30 minutes. I'm just going to stick it over here in that cabinet. I was putting it up here, but with that deal, I don't know. Maybe I could put it up there, but yeah, I need to get more towels before I do that. So that's what's going on. I don't know where this video is going. I really had something to say when I started making it. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I guess I'll just go make a list of this later. At that one video said the truck. I think I'll say that the Heg Seth the truck. I just talked to that senator guy. Let him knock it off. We was tired of that bullshit. It's real satisfying to tell a senator that you're tired of their bullshit, even if it's just on a recorded line. That's real good. These people keep calling me and sending me these things about, you know, this and that. Hell, I ain't got time to look at all that stuff. I ain't no political campaigner. I did see a deal where it was, I was considering a thing, and then it's so churchy, some of this stuff, and then when you see it in real life as it's playing out, it's so normal. You know what I mean? And you take that facade down, and you see things for what it is, and then you relate it back to the church stuff and that church speak, and then the connection comes through. It really, it just blows my mind. You know what I mean? It's very humbling. You know what I mean? On the one hand, it's very humbling, like, and then on the other hand, it's like, I am really responsible to do some of these things. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I really got to do this. You know, I really got to get out here and do some stuff. And as I'm going and doing this stuff, I don't even worry about messing it up no more. I don't even care. It's like I'm going to mess it up. Like, that's to be expected. It's like, God knew that. So, I mean, whatever. You know, I'm guaranteed food and clothes. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to hear that. We're guaranteed food and clothes. Everything else just extra. You'll see a good truck. See that truck over there? See that? That's an International Eagle. My dad had one of them things, and I'm telling you right now, we would drive that thing over 100 miles an hour. All day and all night. Just stop and get fuel about 4 times. Drive all the way across the country. Just stop for fuel, get back in it and drive. Stop for fuel, get back in it and drive. Just pee in a bottle. You know what I mean? He'd be fueling that sucker up, and I'd be in there grabbing the sandwich, and vice versa. And yeah, just run wide open. And see, back in, see, Dad taught me, he said, don't eat nothing, you won't get sleepy. Your belly get to hurt, you get sleepy. And he said, every bite of that sandwich is another 10 pounds on your eyelids. So if you got to go somewhere far or whatever else like that, just skip lunch. If you know you got to drive real far after dinner, skip lunch. Don't eat no dinner. When you get there, get you a bite to eat, go to bed. It's not a weight loss thing, but that's a haul hay all day and drive to freaking Miami. We drove a truck just like that. It was brown. And we left Fort Howard paper mill in Muskogee, Oklahoma about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 o'clock the next morning we were backed into a dock unloading paper in Miami, Florida. And let me tell you right now, that's just a getting it. We actually showed up early. The thing was, the appointment was for 7. And I mean, we were already there, checked in, doors open, and in the dock. I don't know how far that is, but I know for a fact that we were over 100 miles an hour pretty consistently. It's a good ways. I don't know how far that is, but it's a good ways. Now, it wasn't like we was driving 100 miles an hour the entire time, and we did stop like, I think 3 times. And I drove for a while. He didn't let me drive very far back then. I was only about 9. And but he would let me drive while he take a nap every now and then. And that's pretty good. But that truck there, that's a great example. And that's factory green with that little gold accent on that fender. Man, I'm telling you right now, that is the cat's meow. That thing, no def, none of that bullshit. You could probably have a handful of wrenches and rebuild that whole truck. I ain't kidding you a bit. You could probably have one decent toolbox. Not this stuff they got now with all these specialty tools and everything, but that's thing right there. That's an International 9900 I. Mid roof, 120-gallon tanks, one on each side, no DEF, mechanical diesel. I believe that one there, or no, I don't know about that one. I ain't opened the hood on that one, but the one that we were driving back in the day, it was a Detroit Series 60. And it was, I think you get about 3.5, 4 miles to the gallon at 100 miles an hour. And yeah, that's like if you see the size of the tires, see those are 22, those are 24s. You know what I mean? That's the real trucks. That's a real truck. And that's one of the reasons why these new people, they don't believe you when you say you're driving 100 miles an hour, but if you put those tires on this truck, the 70 turns into 90 because the tire's 2 inches taller, which gives it like, I don't know, a foot more every time it turns. So the same gears and everything, you're going freaking 90 and the speedometer says 70. You know what I mean? And them suckers, I'm telling you, they take a long time to take off. They take a long time to stop. But you get that thing up there rocking and rolling and just hold it there for about 7 hours. Yeah, buddy. That's a get her done, son, and then some. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here and pick up this load, I guess. I might post this, I might not. I might leave this for the phone peekers. That's weird, y'all peek at my phone. I mean, it's like an invasion of privacy or whatever, you know, type of deal. And then, the other hand, it's like, are you some kind of creeper? You know? Creeper in disguise, you know, some kind of transformer. It's weird, man. Don't be peeking at people's phone. Anyway, yeah, hoping to get the record expunged. We'll be poop